Hi everyone, this is Aaron Passantine.
And this is Celia Foster with ReturnToOzTheMovie.com.
And this is Aaron Schultz with Return to Oz Special Edition Petition.
Yes, and we're here to bring you our Return to Oz programming. So pleased to finally be back with you after several months. The last program that we all had recorded, Celia and myself, was on the week of May 31st, and it's such a great time and exciting time for me and all of us that we're all back together. And also, as you heard, extra voice on there, which was Aaron Schultz. Aaron's going to now to continue to be with us about every 2 weeks as we do the program, and Celia Foster and I will do our best to bring you a program about every week as we're running back into the full schedule. So, please tell the audience, what has been going on with you guys past few months.
Well, this month has been a really, really busy one for me because I think I mentioned in the previous program that I had just moved to Florida.
That's right.
And I had just been running around trying to get established with a new doctor and just the whole thing of moving and everything, and I'm trying to start school again, and so I was just really busy the first few weeks of this month doing that.
That's right. Aaron, what about you?
The same thing as me. I've actually been moving this past month. It's been really busy. I changed jobs, which gets really kind of crazy too, so.
Yep, that's right. It can be a change of jobs, and I just actually got a brand new job that I'm starting out at this little restaurant locally in my area, so in our town. So that's good to make tips at restaurants, and I enjoy this. But we know many of you like reading about us and hearing about what we do, so we like to give those comments to all of you as well. So I do want to say to Paul, who is up in New York, I know he's really, really enjoys these shows, and I want to say to him, when he gets back from his little trip, I'm sure you're excited to hear this, and sadly I'm to tell you, Paul, Jamie is not with us today, but maybe next time, and for now, Aaron's going to be here with me and Celia, so we hope that you enjoy this, because this is going to be some things I'm sure you're going to enjoy listening to. Right, guys?
Yeah.
Now, what are we going to talk about today, Celia?
Well, I thought that I would address this wonderful book called It's a British book called The World of Oz, A Fantastic Journey Over the Rainbow.
Oh.
And it was printed in 1985, the year that Oz came out theatrically.
Yes, I've heard much about that book, and I know you have a copy, and Aaron, you have a copy too, right?
Yep.
Yeah, that's right. I don't. I would love to get one day. I hear very much about that book. It's a good book. All right. Well, I think, tell us, I think everyone would like to know, I'd like to know, where did you get your copy? And, Aaron, where did you get your copy?
Well, I got mine on eBay, which is a fantastic place to obviously shop.
Right.
I got mine at a used bookstore.
Yes, and that's right. And if I can recall correctly, which I think is a fascination, I think, for people to hear the storyline on that, is that you were walking in the bookstore and you were just looking around and all of a sudden saw the book on the shelf and it was glimmering or something. Is that right?
Well, I don't know about glimmering, but
something?
I just I saw the book and I was like, oh, it's a Wizard of Oz book, and I've always been obsessed with Return to Oz, but, and then I was reading through it and they had a bunch of pictures of Return to Oz, so that's when I ended up buying it before I read it.
Right, exactly. Yeah, now, Celia, how much did you buy it on eBay?
I got it for about, $10 or so. So that was a really good deal considering how much they usually run on eBay because, I mean, it's the seller's responsibility for setting the price and things.
Right. Isn't it, it's worth more than that, correct?
Yes, if you get like it men's or first edition, I'm sure it's worth a lot.
The hardback is kind of expensive.
Yeah, it is.
That's what I thought. Okay, wow, interesting.
And when you first open a book, there's an introduction to it, and lo and behold, it's by Walter Murch, the producer of Return to Oz.
Amazing.
And he gets into it, and he says that, which is really, I mean, this is really, really interesting to me. I mean, I'm sure it's very interesting to a lot of the listeners out there, too.
Right.
But he goes in to say that he's been reading the Oz books since he was a little boy, and that it was his feeling that at the 1893 World's Fair in Chicago, that a young L. Frank Baum visited that World's Fair and was inspired by a bunch of the light shows and amazing technology shows they had at the time, and was inspired by those amazing displays to write a bunch of the things in the Oz series.
Wow.
Isn't that how he came out? Doesn't it go into saying how he came about the constructing the Emerald City?
Oh?
Yeah.
Based on that fair is why the Emerald City looks totally different than.
Amazing.
Why it looks so, why it's lit up the way it is, and yes.
Wow, that's amazing. Oh wow, for me, it's just a joy and a great, gift to hear comments from you, Celia, because to John Fricke, to what the Wizard of Oz is, to Return to Oz, it's you, and to even, yes, we're all young, but Celia, you're young too, but people can come to you for questions and knowledge on this movie, on whatever subject, and you have an answer for them. I mean, think about that, Erin, how good that is. She has never said no to a question. So, I think, Celia, the only question that we can ask you that you would probably say no to is, what are you going to be doing in 45 years? Right?
Right. Well, I mean, I'll always be a fan of this movie and of the book series. So.
Great. I think that's great. So, wow. So now, I'm wondering, I probably other people might be wondering, is that book still in print, or is it available here in the U.S.?
It is available here in the U.S. You just kind of have to keep an eye out for it. I mean, eBay is fantastic in providing copies. You can go to other stores online like Amazon, and they would probably have it too. But I mean, you can, like with Aaron, he went into a little bookstore, that probably had a bunch of used books, and I know that there's a store that my father works at that has a bunch of used books and things from all over the world.
Wow.
Go into a used bookstore like that and probably pick up a copy.
Not that hard to come by. There.
Yes. I think all of you would be very interested to know about that, and I think that's something that probably some of you are questioning and wondering about. So, but it's very important to those of you that love the movie, Return to Oz, or The Wizard of Oz, that want that book. It's a very good thing. Look around your old bookstores if you have any old books, still used books, and do make sure that you look on the internet, because you can find a lot of old things these days on the internet. If you have the right information, you can get people to help you out online that can look for this for you and help you look for it from used booksellers.
One really neat incentive about getting the book, what was really cool about it, is in the last, the coronation scene at the end of it, I think, Celia, you've talked about this before, but how there was so much detail going in this movie that Walter Murch put in a bunch of characters that are in a bunch of the other Oz books that didn't have any dialogue or anything throughout the movie, like the Patchwork Girl. And then Polychrome was one of the other characters that was in there, too.
Yeah. I mean, it was really interesting for me because the user on my message board brought this to my attention, but she read the credit and she noticed that the lady who played Polychrome in the movie got credit, and yet a bunch of extras who appeared as the Oz characters didn't get any credit.
Really?
Yeah. So I just thought that maybe, I don't know, there wasn't enough room on the credits list. The credits were running too long or something. I don't know.
This has nothing to do with Return to Oz, but Aaron,
What?
I just realized something. You have a really good laugh.
Thanks.
Yes.
I think.
You do. You do. I hope all of you think so too. I think he does. So, don't you think so, Celia?
Oh yeah.
Yes, I think so. Oh, yes, I think so. Okay. All right. Now, what were you saying?
I have no clue.
Okay.
Well, I mean, and let's see. I mean, there were other characters we could spot, like Frogman was there, and the clown.
And somebody said Glinda was in one of the scenes, but I don't remember.
Are you sure? Who said that?
I don't think she was.
I don't think so
really.
either.
I don't think so.
Because they talked about...
Somebody, and Jamie had said that the wizard was there, but I didn't see the wizard.
I don't know how that could have been said to see.
I've got a whole bunch of different books, too, and I always try and, like, flip into the back where the coronation scene is to see, like, different pictures. See if I can see
the different pictures of everybody. I didn't see the wizard because he's supposed to be, like, in Omaha. Anyway.
Yeah, right.
Oh, that's
that
right.
Would be stupid if he was there.
That's right. He was in the
yeah,
U.S.
that would have been like, Harry, aren't you supposed to be in Omaha?
Right. Yeah, you know what? It just recalled to me the information. Jamie had said, this was months ago, and I had found this out, that he had mentioned this question, and I don't think I knew the question, and he didn't address it for the program, but I think you might want to know this, and this is what it is. Celia, in the scene after the coronation and everyone was turning into human being and real again, they showed the dancers, and the dancers were alive, and Jamie wanted to know, he had said, what did that mean in the garden? There was a scene with the garden, and they were dancing around. What was that to mean?
What was that, what?
What was that meaning of that? Of them there? Who were they? What were they doing, actually?
Well, they were just dancers. I think that, I don't know, it seemed like, if you look closely at all the people that are turned to stone, you look at the little girl with the hoop.
Right.
You know, I think that everybody was just having a fun day in Oz that day.
Yeah.
Probably there was like a little party going on, and the dancer girls were just having a good time and dancing in a circle.
Okay.
They're all, like, I think just like maidens of Oz kind of thing. If
Right, sort of
these
like,
really
you
pretty
know.
maidens, and that's why they took their heads and not everybody else's.
Oh.
These beautiful.
Right,
Aaron.
everybody else's, I mean, it seems like a lot of people had questions like, well, why didn't she take the lady who was reading the book's head? And,
Yeah. And I
You
think
know.
she was one of the prettiest maidens in Oz, and that's who
Right.
she became.
Oh. Yeah, well, in fact, I just remembered something else, and I noticed this before, and I'm so sure it is, because I paused it on the DVD when I saw in Return to Oz. Right in before that scene, you will see that girl sitting on the bench, and she's reading a book. Remember that? You guys?
yes.
Okay. Yeah, you remember that, Aaron?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, when she's sitting there, you pause it when she's reading, and she's reading a copy of the Land of Oz book.
Of the Marvelous, yeah, and it's got the
Yeah, the
sawhorse.
Marvelous
The Sawhorse is on there.
And the chapter is the awakening of the Sawhorse.
Okay, right. Oh, yeah, okay. Well, so you noticed, you realize that?
Yeah. Oh, yes, I've
I think
read.
I read it on Celia's site where they talked about where they couldn't. I think it was budget where they couldn't come up with a way to put the sawhorse in there.
Sawhorse in, yeah, but he wanted to put it in somehow, so he had a bunch of different close-ups of a horse figure.
Yeah.
Really?
He spots in the movie.
So if you look like in the background, you can see a bunch of different.
Yeah, like on Dorothy's dresser in the beginning, you see a horse, and
Wow.
when Mombi throws Dorothy and Belina in the tower, you see that horse. You see a horse again.
You
and
do?
Then she goes into the ornament room,
I don't remember that.
and when she goes into the ornament room, there's a horse,
Oh.
and when she's back in her bedroom, there's the same horse.
Oh, I remember that horse in her room. I remember that at the end of the movie. Okay, yes. Wow, it's interesting. It's amazing what people can pick up in this movie, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes.
You can watch it over and over again.
And that's true. And that's true about The Wizard of Oz. When you watch that, there's always different things in there that you can find that you didn't know about, or that you did remember, but you didn't actually know was taking place. So, and I think that's amazing.
Yeah. Something's always puzzling me in The Wizard of Oz, though.
Yes, what was that?
One thing I want to say is, you know where everybody else comes from, right? But I don't know where Glenda comes from.
She comes from the South.
She's from where?
She's Glenda the Good Witch from the South. Isn't that right, Aaron?
That is.
Well, I mean, like, where did she come from in Kansas?
Glenda never came from Kansas. She came from the South area of the Land of Oz.
Everybody else you can spot in Kansas except for Glenda.
That's true.
Oh, you can spot everyone in... Oh, I'm sorry. What was that?
Probably Dorothy's mother that passed away.
I don't... Yeah.
Her mother was alive. She saw her.
Wasn't she? And then she went to go...
Right, well, I mean, she was an orphan, and the book's never explained.
But, like, I think I read something on Elspring Balm, and they said that she was an orphan.
Right.
Yeah, that's
she was
true.
An orphan, and she came to live with her aunt. That's all they say about it.
That is true. But what are you talking about, Glenda? She never was in Kansas. She was in Oz.
Well, I know, but everybody else, you can
tell their
everybody
characters
else,
from...
like Elvira Birch or whatever.
Oh, right. Well, wasn't she...
The Man, the Scarecrow.
Well, she was supposed...
The farmhand.
That's right. Well, not that it was the same actress, but wasn't she originally... Or not originally, but wasn't she supposed to be in the seemingly like to be her mother then, right?
That's what I was thinking.
That's what I just realized.
Maybe, but it was never really explained in the movie.
Because she helped guide her the way, help her teach what she needed to do. It was like a mother to her, so... Right, yeah.
Maybe it was her perception of her mother.
I think it was to be. We'll have to talk to some people about that and find out and let people know next time we have the program. So, and I'll find that out, so...
This is a guy who actually worked on some of Thomas Holmes.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Celia, do you think you have an interesting story to tell us? Maybe about the props or something? Maybe, I heard an old story a long time ago about that the electric machine is, in the movie, is really a real machine?
Oh, yes. I had the fortune to come across an article on the internet that I ended up buying.
Oh, really?
Where Walter Murch was talking about the different elements in his movie and things, and he said that about when he was getting ready to shoot it, perhaps in 1983 or 1984, he was in San Francisco at the time, and he came across a genuine, like, electric shock machine.
Really?
From the turn of the century.
Wow. Oh, I hope you have more of this story because I really want to hear this story. Aaron, don't you want to hear it too?
Yeah, that sounds really interesting.
Yeah, tell us all.
Did they use it in the film?
Tell us about this.
Yes, they did. They did end up using the machine in the film, but they actually, it didn't really work or anything. But with their special effects wizardry, it appeared to work.
Man, wow, that's amazing.
That's cool.
The machine itself was actually an electric shock machine.
To think that it could be actually real, it seems impossible. Really, impossible.
I mean, according to Walter, it was real, so...
Wow.
TikTok, is that the one that's real?
Yes,
really?
That's
the one that has, like, they alter it, like, with eyes and...
I mean, and you have to wind it up, and...
That was real?
Yeah, that was one that was real.
So you wind it up and it actually worked?
Yeah, it did work, but of course they didn't really,
Shock Dorothy.
It didn't really talk, though. It didn't talk. Did it never talk to you, Celia?
What?
Did he ever talk to you?
Did he ever talk to me? No.
I'm joking.
Oh, okay.
No, I meant the little wind-up, or the toy, or whatever.
No,
I know. Everyone, we know that it's a joke, and we know that we're just making a joke out of that. We know that we really don't believe those things.
Interesting is if we could find out about what I've always wondered about, are the statues that they use.
The
Like
statues?
if they got molded and stuff, because a lot of movies, like, they'll have to mold the people.
That's
and people have to sit
right.
for a long time.
Right. I do know that they were probably, I don't know what the material they ended up using for the statue was, but it obviously was not real stone.
Yeah, that'd be really...
Because, you can tell, but I think that they ended up doing maquettes of sorts of the figures.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
And also there was a comment that somebody made that the lady who was reading the Land of Oz book that gets changed back, that she's actually wearing a different hat. And she was
weird. I never noticed that.
And I looked at it, and it looked true, that she actually changed hats.
Wow. I don't think people would really realize that unless they're really looking carefully. So,
right.
Wow, amazing. Huh. Well, thank you all for listening, and this concludes years of programming and Return to Oz, and we're so thankful, all of us, to be back here yet again to bring you a show, and we will actually have another show for you next week. This is Aaron Passantine.
And this is Celia Foster.
And Aaron Schultz.
Thanks for listening.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you.
Hi, this is Aaron Schultz with Return to Oz, the petition for the special edition DVD, and I'm sure everybody's heard, and if you haven't yet, that we started an online petition to get Return to Oz out on a special edition DVD, because there's so much of the movie that was cut out and a bunch of things that we all want to see, and we want commentaries as well to merch. We don't want these little fizzy, DVDs that Disney has been giving us without even the proper transfer. So, to get everybody to sign it and get anybody that you know to sign it, it's petitionspot.com/petitions/Return to Oz DVD. You can Google Return to Oz Special Edition DVD, and then you can find it that way if you don't want to go through that. But get everybody to sign this petition, because it's really important that we let Disney know that that's what we want.
Yes, it's very important. Thank you, Aaron. Also, it's very important that once this DVD does get out on the market by the Disney Corporation, that we encourage everyone to write into Disney and encourage them to do this, and also to make them very aware of Celia Foster, who has been helping producing these programs with myself and Aaron over the past several months. And Celia is known literally all over as far as Oz is concerned, with having the only website devoted to Return to Oz and the largest one on the internet devoted to that movie. And it's very important for her to be on interview, on camera, on this DVD. So when you do write and make it known to Disney, please tell them that you also do want Celia Foster on that DVD as for an interview feature, because she deserves it and we want to give her the best. Celia?
Well, everybody's tired of getting these DVDs with just the trailer and just that 11-minute interview with Feruza. And when I know for a fact that there still exists footage of the movie that they cut out, and lots of different fun things, making of specials, a lot of different materials that even Walter Merchant still volunteered to turn over to the first Anchor Bay DVD edition that they didn't end up using for whatever reason. But the point is that this material does exist, and we have a right to write these people and tell them that we don't want this half-baked anymore. Exactly. We want the real thing.
Absolutely.
And that's why it's so important to sign this petition.
Right. It's very important, and we hope that all of you will take this to heart. This is important. We don't go on and on about this for no reason every time we have a program. We know that the voices in America get heard, and the voices in the entertainment industry get heard as well, and that includes all of us as we want to approach this and bring this to you. This is Aaron Passantine.
And this is Celia Foster.
And Aaron Schultz.
We thank you for listening. Bye-bye.